Even though this Campbell team has been decimated by injuries, they have stayed together, found a way to win, and come into this final series of the regular season with a chance to win their way into next week's CAA tournament. For William and Mary, they are currently in position for a tournament berth, but need some wins to stay there, setting up a showdown this weekend in Buies Creek. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Chris Sameyer, and the first part of this equation for Campbell to get into the postseason is simple. Campbell must sweep this three-game series versus William and Mary and get some help. Northeastern needs to sweep Stony Brook, or Monmouth needs to take 2 of 3 for Hofstra. And look at this, folks. UNCW Charleston Northeastern, they are in the CAA tournament. The top 6 teams get in. Everybody else is in play for that final 5th and 6th spot, except NCA&T and Towson, the only teams that are out of it coming into today. Now, I told you about those two things. One of those two things that needs to happen, Stony Brook and Northeastern. Northeastern needs to sweep Stony Brook. That game was postponed. They'll play a doubleheader in Boston tomorrow. And Hofstra, Campbell needs Monmouth to win that series. Hofstra takes game 1, 7-3. Monmouth is still technically in the running for a tournament berth, but after today's loss, it looks slim for the Hawks. Campbell has to win 1 before they win 3, and Cole Peschel is their Friday night man here on a Thursday night that will get the start. Peschel began the year on a tear. He earned himself a spot in the weekend rotation after he was a midweek masher going up against some of the great competition that Campbell played against in the midweek. He did so well that they turned him into a weekend starter, and Peschel's numbers 5.71 ERA. He's 3-3, and again for Campbell, basically the postseason starts now. You lose and you go home. For this William and Mary team, they're in a good position right now. Probably 2 wins will ensure that they will be in. Depending on what everybody else does around them, they don't have to win 2, but that's the kind of pressure that's on these series. Of course, Campbell, if they get the sweep to William and Mary, Campbell could be in and William and Mary could be out. So here we go. Henry Jackson to start things off. It's our Bojangles countdown to first pitch, and the first pitch comes across at 6:02. A beautiful day for baseball here. It is hot and muggy for really one of the first times this baseball season. 83 degrees and a wind blowing out. Peschel misses off the outside corner. Very good top of this lineup. Henry Jackson, Ben Parker, Joe De Los Santos, Parker and De Los Santos, the mashers for this Tribe team. The 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike to Jackson. Jackson hitting .292 this season, 4 home runs and 21 RBI. It's a William and Mary team not hitting the cover off the ball, but they take a lot of walks, they get hit by pitches, and they get on base. As a team this season, just a .247 batting average in conference play. But they are leading the CAA, top 10 in the nation in walks, top 15 in the nation in getting hit by a pitch, and top 40 in on-base percentage. This ball skied to left field will carry a bit for the win, going all the way back and able to pick it up and pull it down in left field for the Camels is Dalen Thompson. So Jackson gives it a ride, but it's a long, loud fly out to left field. Here's the center fielder, Ben Parker, leading this team in batting average. He's hitting an outstanding .356. .333 in conference. And he's got some pop to his bat as well. 10 home runs, 14 doubles. Ground ball, fair ball. That'll be up and into the corner, and extra bases for Parker on cue. Getting to the ball is Harrell. He has to get it in a hurry and will. And it's a 1-out double for Ben Parker. So Parker on with the double. His team leading 15th of the year, and William and Mary are in business. Parker just slipped that ball off the right field line. This is an artificial turf surface here at Jim Perry Stadium. Everything turf but the mound. As you saw on that play, a lot of foul territory. It's wide and goes all the way down both the right and left field lines. Dancing off the bag is Parker. Nobody was there behind him. And now they're going to call a balk. So Parker advances to third, and now 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the game is William and Mary. So Parker advances his scoring position, and this is one of the best hitters with a man on in Joe De Los Santos. Left fielder hitting .326, but he leads this team in home runs and RBIs, 13 and 56 respectively. Leading stolen baseman as well. He strikes out a lot. But when he connects, it goes a long way. He takes one up and in. So a double and a balk, and William and Mary in business here. Again, this series so important for both these teams to continue their season. Breaking ball popped up and out of play. It's a deep ballpark, as you can see. Beautiful backdrop there, but 400 to dead center field, and you got to get it over a tall batter's eye. Tall wall from foul pole to almost foul pole down the right field line. It lowers. You can sneak one out up the lines. Other than that, you got to hit it a ton. Swung on a miss. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. This, the first ever meeting for these two teams in the CAA. Campbell, of course, their first year in the CAA. The 2-2. Fouled back to the screen. De Los Santos stays alive. William and Mary 12-7 all-time against Campbell. They've won 4 in a row against the Camels, including last year. Beat Campbell up in Williamsburg. That ball line to right, drops in for a base hit. That was a nice piece of hitting by De Los Santos. He just dropped it over the right side of the infield. It's another RBI for William and Mary's RBI leader. That's his 57th of the season. And William and Mary have struck first. They have a 1-0 lead here in the first with 1 on and 1 out. Here's the cleanup man, the DH, Anthony Greco. Greco, a .268 hitter, 5 home runs, 29 RBI. Misses high, ball 1. Peschel this season, 3-3, 5.71 ERA. This is his 13th start of the year. That leads Campbell. He's thrown more innings than any other Camel with 63. And strikeouts with 79. Sensational at the beginning of this year, and really made a name for himself by going up against the big boys. Swung on and missed. He went toe-to-toe, started the game, ended up getting the win against East Carolina. ECU ranked in the top 15 at the time, had a good showing at Coastal Carolina against North Carolina, kept Campbell in these games. Pitched well against Duke as well. Greco crowds the plate from the left side. Peschel very concerned with dancing off the bag. De Los Santos. De Los Santos leads this team in stolen bases with 16. He has been caught stealing 5 times. Fastball just misses away. David Brown, the home plate umpire. Randy O'Housen at first base. Jason Klinger is up the third base line. Campbell down 1-0 in the first in a game that they must win. Strike on the inside corner. That game last year, the William and Mary upset win, a 3-2 game back in March of 2023. Campbell, of course, in the top 15 for 3/4 of the season last year. Should have been a number 1 seed and hosted a regional. Instead, a 2 seed down in South Carolina, and they made it to that regional final. Runner goes, breaking ball high. The throw by Schultz in there and caught stealing for the 6th time is De Los Santos. There is replay here. You can call for a challenge if you're in either dugout, and it doesn't look like they're calling for a challenge yet. Let's see. He didn't get a very good jump. This was a great throw by Schultz. There was a little bit of trouble with the tag here. And the next batter will come up. The pitch will happen, and we won't have an instant replay of that or a challenge, but we'll have a pop-up from Rush and an end of an inning for Peschel and the Camels. But the Tribe get a run on a couple of hits. We go to the bottom of the first. William and Mary 1. Campbell coming up. Zach Potts is one of the many very good arms on the mound for this team. Nate Knowles is usually the guy that you see beginning a series, but because this is a Thursday, we assume we'll see Knowles tomorrow. He's one of the best ERA guys in the entire conference, but Zach Potts ain't too bad either. Potts comes into this game 6-4 with a 3.22 ERA. It's his 12th start of the season. He, like many of these William and Mary pitchers, it's all about not walking any batters and striking out a lot. They already have a season record for strikeouts. So Campbell will have their work cut out for him. Campbell, one of the better hitting teams in the country. Hitting has not been a problem for Campbell this year. Here's Reed Stallman, the first baseman. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Stallman has been hitting the cover off the ball. 14 home runs now and 49 RBI. Takes a swing and a miss through that one. And they have moved him up at the top of the lineup to get a little bit of pop going. The next pitch misses high and inside. Campbell has some heavy hitters at the top of this lineup. Stallman with 2 home runs in the final game of the series against Monmouth. A series win for Campbell up in New Jersey. Stallman, ground ball. That's going to find its way out into the outfield. And Campbell has the leadoff man on with the base hit here in the first.
Number 15, Lawson Harrell.
Lawson Harrell, one of the best power hitters in the country. And he's in the middle of this sensational hitting lineup for Campbell. It is a Campbell team that is in the top 20 in the nation in total runs, walks, slugging percentage, and home runs. And this man right here is the Campbell home run king. As the man from Shelby, North Carolina, Lawson Harrell, has broken the Campbell career home run record, and he's 3 away from the season record. And this is not a COVID record. He played very sparingly his first year. So he doesn't have something like 200 games to get this done. Harrell this year with 23 homers, 56 RBI, and for a power guy, his average still at 374. His on-base percentage is an obscene .510. He leads his team in walks and getting hit by pitches as well, so it is rare that you see a guy with the kind of power that Harrell has, all-time power here in this proud Campbell baseball program, yet he still will lay off a bunch of pitches and make you throw him one he can hit. There's one that's fouled off. Harrell's first year in this program played just 8 games. Had just 1 hit. Since then, he's had 1 home run in 2021, and it's been the last couple of years. Fouled off. 5 home runs in 2022, and last year he really broke out, was the Big South Conference Player of the Year. Hit .371 with 22 home runs and a .475 on base percentage, .761 slugging. He's been better than that this year, and everybody knows about him. .374, .826 slugging, .510 OBP, and his home run and numbers have increased. That time, however, he can't catch up with the 90-mile-an-hour pitch coming off the right arm of Potts. A hard man to strike out. But Lawson Harrell has struck out. And Potts has 1 down. Here's Dylan Kuntz, the DH tonight for Campbell. Takes a pitch down low. Kuntz hitting .297 this season, 5 home runs and 27 RBI. Campbell as a team hitting a robust .292 as a team. And that average doesn't dip much in conference play. .110 home runs this season. And that is good for the 6th most in the entire nation. They're also 26th in stolen bases. When they get on, they create some chaos. 93 stolen bases this year. Hitting, it has been another banner year for Campbell that has had back-to-back record-breaking years. They're not going to approach what they did last year when they were a top 15 team in the country. Last year they were the top 10 in the country in walks, average hits, stolen bases, home runs, slugging, scoring, on-base percentage, and getting hit by pitches. But they're in the top 25 in most of those categories this year. And, of course, back in 2022 had a good year as well. But fighting to get to the postseason, to get to the CAA tournament, trying to make it 6 straight trips to the NCAA tournament. Popped foul out of play. Kuntz stays alive. Campbell is doing all this hitting-wise without a Golden Spikes mid-season watch list player, and through the first month of the season, one of the best hitters in the entire nation, Grant Knipp, out of the lineup again today. I don't think we'll see him this weekend. Throw over to first. Coming back in time is Stallman. Stallman is a perfect 7 for 7 stolen bases this year, which is why they're paying so much attention to him. 1-0, Tribe leads. Campbell trying to get it back. Runner goes, ground ball right side, picked up, bobbled at second. Everybody's going to be safe. The hit and run was on, and that's what made that play awkward. It's a William and Mary team that have had some problems error-wise. Just a .961 fielding percentage. That is their 35th error in now 25 games. Here's Dalen Thompson. So Campbell has runners on first and second.
Have some fun. Here we go.
And here's Dalen Thompson. Grew up not too far away from here. Ground ball right up the middle. Could start a double play. Over to second to one. Thompson's fast, but not that fast. And a double play ends the inning. Campbell grounds into their 26th twin killing of the year, and William and Mary escapes the first unscathed. We go to the second, 1-0 Tribe.
This is where everything starts. It's a place of new beginnings, new opportunities, and a new identity. We are the Coastal Athletic Association, and from the beaches to the city streets, we are united to succeed at an elite level, in competition, in our communities, in our lives. This is the tide that lifts us, the fire that burns inside all of us. This is our moment, our new chapter. We are the CAA, and we are united in excellence.
We are not merely an institution of higher education. We are transforming lives and empowering students to become leaders.
Leaders in our communities,
in our state, and throughout the world.
Leaders in innovation.
Leaders in service to our neighbors.
Join our movement. Join our community. Join our mission. Lead with purpose. Lead with Campbell.
It's a beautiful day for baseball. Temperatures in the high 70s, climbing towards 80. It's maybe a little muggy for the first time. We got a wind blowing out a little bit, which could affect some things, but a beautiful day for baseball today. Rain chances tomorrow and Saturday. Better Saturday than tomorrow, so we might have to dodge some storms. But again, when you're playing on turf, and if you're a baseball purist, you probably don't like it. But I tell you what, it can rain all night, all day, and if you have a break in the rain and no lightning, you can play. This field drains like a dream. Jim Perry Stadium, named after the most famous Camel, former Cy Young Award winner, in the top 100 all-time in Major League wins. Played when this place was a junior college, and has been such a great champion for this program. And what a high point it has been for this Campbell program. 5 straight trips to the NCAA tournament, 3 times getting into the regional final there. The 0-1. Breaking ball, strike on the inside corner. But Campbell fighting to keep their season going into what has been a bit of a tradition. Go to the tournament, win that, go to the NCAA tournament. Campbell playing into June. The last 5 springs into summer. That pitch misses upstairs. Rush is the hitter. Greco popped out to end the inning because of that caught stealing by De Los Santos. So Christian Rush comes up here, the right fielder, down in the count 1-2. And that ball almost hits him. William and Mary ranked close to Campbell. Both those teams in the top 15 and getting hit by a pitch this year. So they are 2 teams where that is part of the strategy. If a ball's coming at them, a lot of times they will not dip out of the way. 2-2. Misses outside. And now the count is worked full. Rush hitting .290. This is his 18th start. 3 home runs, 17 RBI. The 3-2. Called strike outside corner. Rush caught looking. First strike of the afternoon for Peschel. for Peschel, his 81st strikeout of the season, as he painted that corner on the outside. Great framing behind the plate there by Schultz. And here's Goranson. The catcher stands in from the right side. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it away. Goranson hitting .216 this season, 5 home runs and 24 RBI. Peschel delivers, ground ball up the middle, not an easy play. Sliding is Meglio, and he's able to deposit it over to first in time. Meglio, who played third base the first half of the season, shifting over to second. And making a great play there on the slide, getting to know this turf. So Goranson thrown out on a good play up the middle by Campbell, as Meglio there at shortstop. And here's Luca Trajani. First pitch in there for a called strike. Trajani hitting .271 this season. He's the only player that has started all 25 conference games for the Tribe. Strike on the outer edge. Luca hitting .271 this year, 5 home runs, 36 RBI. Peschel looking for a 1-2-3 inning. A 1-out double by Parker, RBI single De Los Santos, Tribe up 1. Peschel thought he had a called strike. Home plate umpire David Brown did not. A lot of the fans offering some help for the man in black today. Just getting a piece and staying alive is Trajani. William and Mary coming in a 12-12 record in conference. They'll feel really good winning this series, winning 2 of 3. Their chances of staying where they are now in the top 6, punching their tickets to Wilmington next week. Got him. Peschel gets the strikeout. 1-2-3. Down goes William and Mary. Cole Peschel has retired 4 straight. We go to the middle of the second. Tribe up 1. Zach Potts back out on the mound for his second inning of work. And he'll face 5, 6, and 7 O'Shaughnessy, Schultz, and Meglio. Braden O'Shaughnessy, the third baseman, comes up from the right side. O'Shaughnessy, 6 home runs on the year, hitting .294. Grad student is transferred in here for his first year in a Campbell uniform. Next pitch in there for a called strike.
Like that outside corner there, Braden. You gotta get a fungo to hit. Okay.
The count's 0-2. O'Shaughnessy played at Youngstown State before he came to Campbell. Can't catch up with that pitch at 89 miles an hour. He was frustrated a bit by the strike zone there, and that's the second strikeout for Zach Putt. Here's Andy Schultz. I had mentioned it a little bit. Campbell without one of the best players in the nation that had one of the best, if not the best, starts in the nation. Schultz has done a fine job, but he has had to catch literally every day. Campbell came in very deep at the catching position with the veteran Grant Knipp and the redshirt freshman in Schultz. Schultz has really held his own at the plate. .310 this year, 7 home runs and 36 RBI. The 0-2. Checked his swing. Called strike on the outside corner. It is a generous but a consistently generous strike zone here for the home plate umpire, David Brown. So Schultz strikes out, tried to check, could not. And that'll bring up Charlie Meglio, who made that nice play at short back in the top half of the second. Meglio playing shortstop tonight, true freshman out of New Jersey, hitting .289, home runs, 27 RBI. Breaking ball drops in there for a strike. Meglio out of Jackson, New Jersey. Potts delivers off the inside corner. What a grad school transfer Potts had been. He spent 4 years at Lynchburg, a D3 power, won the national championship last year. Strike on the outside corner. He was an All-American. Was the World Series most valuable player. So just a sensational year. Through 120 innings. Fastball misses off the inside corner. And he has come here and proved that D3 to D1, no problem. His 6-4 record with a 3.22 ERA is unbelievable, especially this day and age in college baseball. Grounded foul. I mean, with the way hitters can hit and the way they have all your statistics and know what you're going to do and watch all the film, to have an ERA like that, saying something. ERA 4.19 in conference play. He's run the count full to Meglio. In front, just getting a piece, is the Campbell freshman, and he'll stay alive. 2 outs, nobody on. Tribe with a RBI single after a double in the first, have a 1-0 lead. Campbell has to win all 3 of these games and then get a little bit of help to qualify for the CAA tournament. Popped foul out of play. And William and Mary, knowing that they can't get swept, or their chances of staying where they are right now in the top 6 decrease greatly. 3-2, popped up out of play. 1 win for William and Mary won't clinch a spot in the CAA tournament, but they feel pretty good if they were to get 2 wins, as they own tiebreakers with Delaware, Stony Brook, 2 of the teams that are around them, and right now in the top 6. UNCW, Charlotte, and now Northeastern with a win today against Stony Brook. Those 3 have clinched a tournament berth. Delaware, William and Mary, Stony Brook, Hofstra, Campbell, Elon, Monmouth. They're all fighting for those final 3 spots. 3-2, one more time. That ball lined fair. Up the third base line, it'll be an easy double for Meglio. And Campbell has the tying run in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Good piece of hitting. Fouled off a couple of 3-2 pitches and just pulls that ball right up the left field line. So that'll bring up Chandler Riley. Riley, the second baseman, hitting .275, 3 home runs, 16 RBI. Campbell trying to knot up the score here in the bottom of the second inning. Breaking ball, misses high and away. Pitch number 36 coming up for Potts. Potts, 6'3", 190. Out of Virginia. Strike on the outer edge, 1-1. Riley lays off a tempting one. Riley has hit really, really well. Caught on here in the CAA season. Riley hitting a robust .329 in CAA play. A home run, 9 RBI, 5 doubles. Just gets a piece again, and it's 2-2. Campbell as a team hitting .282 in CAA play. They have mashed 45 homers in their 24 games, coming in 10-14. And needing to win 3. Get some help to keep their season going next week. The 2-2 misses high. Riley out of Charlotte. True senior. And he coaxes a walk out of Potts. It's something you don't see very often. That is just the 9th walk in 45 conference innings that Zach Potts has thrown. This is a William & Mary team. They preach on the mound, don't walk anybody. And their strikeout to walk ratio as a team is insane. 503 strikeouts, which is a program record, a program that has been around for over 100 years. Everything old in Williamsburg. And just 209 walks. Here's Peyton Bonds, the center fielder, up from the right side. Bonds gets into one, hits it foul, out of play right side. Bonds hitting .259 on the year. 5 home runs and 19 RBI. Campbell's number 9 batter trying to make it happen with 2 outs. He's down in the count 0-2. Potts checks the runner. Delivers. Just reaching out and staying alive is Bonds. So Campbell doing a good job of wasting some pretty good 2-strike pitches from the experienced Potts. That strikeout to walk ratio is in the top 35 in the entire country, first in the CAA. It's a pitching staff that has been just brilliant this year for William & Mary. The 0-2 part 2 in the air, left field, should be playable. Catch is made by the left fielder, De Los Santos. And the inning in. Campbell strands a couple as we go to the third. Tribe 1, Campbell's nothing.
Welcome to Smithfield. How may I help you?
Made fresh daily. Service with a smile.
Oh, wow.
Fresh and fast, just for you.
me every day to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate?
How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
Bowie Creek, North Carolina, Tribe leading 1-0. Injuries, they've had to shuffle a whole lot on the infield, but again, holding their own, fighting. They had a must-win series on the road at Monmouth last week. They had to win the final 2 games of that series again to set up what is a situation now where Campbell is going to need some help. But if Campbell is able to sweep William and Mary and get help, Campbell could find themselves in the CAA tournament. William and Mary needs 1 or 2 wins to ensure their place in the CAA tournament. It's a lot less simple with William and Mary because it fully depends on what the other 4 or 5 teams around them do, including Campbell. We're not going to know till Saturday who's going to be down in Wilmington next week. Swung on, pop fly, out of play. Only 6 teams make the CAA tournament. Chrisman hitting .240 this season, a couple of home runs. 8-9 batter, and then back to the top in Henry Jackson. Peschel set. He's retired 4 straight, make it 5 straight. Meglio, no problem. And there's 1 away. RBI single by De Los Santos after a double by Parker. That's been the difference since that RBI single. Campbell getting a caught stealing by Andy Schultz behind the plate. And then now 5 straight retired for Peschel and the Camels. Here's Josiah Seguin. Stands in from the left side. The shortstop hitting .260. Takes a first pitch strike. Seguin, a true freshman, 6'4", 195 out of Richmond, Virginia. Deep Run High School product. Ground ball. Meglio has been busy and has been solid so far at short as he deposits over to first in time for the out. 3 ground balls have gone that way, and we go back to the top of the order, and Henry Jackson, he started this game with a fly out to left. Jackson hitting .290 this season, 4 home runs. In conference play, though, just .224, the batting average. William and Mary team hitting just .247 with 22 homers in conference play, but their pitching has been so good. In for a called strike. As a pitching staff, William and Mary as a team in conference play an ERA under 4. Again, in this day and age in college baseball, that's incredible. And has them in position to qualify for the CAA tournament. William and Mary CAA tournament champs back in 2016, regular season champs in 2014. 2016 team, their last to go to the NCAA tournament. They've been to the NCAA tournament 4 times, 83, 01, 13, and 16. Mike McCray, in just his 3rd year, the head coach for William and Mary. A sensational job of the former pitching coach building this team around pitching and have quickly put them into contention in the CAA. The 1-2. Misses high. William and Mary have kind of sputtered at the end of the season as well. a lot like the Camels. Some of that had to do with the scheduling. 2-2. Deposited out into left for a base hit. So Jackson has a hit from the top of the lineup, and now the heavy hitters come up. Ben Parker will be up next. William and Mary won their first 4 series in the CAA, then lost their next 3. Charleston, UNCW, the 2 teams at the top went 1-5 between those 2 teams, lost to Elon, and then bounced back last week, much like Campbell. That was a must-win series for them, and they did against last-place Towson. And now they have given themselves a chance. They do not need help if they win this weekend. A sweep would assure it, of course. But if they win this series and win 2 of 3, they're in pretty good shape. Parker had the double, scored the run in the first. Ground ball. Meglio earning his scholarship at short as he's responsible for all 3 outs. And as we go to the middle of the third, 1 stranded for William and Mary, the Tribe up 1-0. Welcome back to Bowie's Creek. William and Mary leading 1-0, bottom of the third. Boy, every game is a big one. Northeastern won today, so they have clinched their spot. UNCW Charleston came into the weekend clinching, but look at that. Starting the day from Delaware all the way down to Monmouth, all of those teams started the day in play for a CAA tournament berth. Obviously, some paths are harder than others. A&T and Towson, who are playing each other, they are the only teams that did not have a chance, so that makes it interesting. Everybody who is playing, fighting for positioning as they're fighting for a regular season conference title at the top as well. I think really only Northeastern is the team kind of that knows where they're going to be. Off the end of the bat, Stallman, he gets some luck from the baseball gods and ends up on first base. So scoreboard watching all around the leagues. Also, too, it's a situation where a lot of these teams, you're asking a lot for them to get a sweep, but much like Campbell, if Campbell gets a sweep, they do need a little bit of help. They can get in. So Stallman gets on with his infield single. He's 2 for 2, and here's Lawson Harrell. Harrell, Campbell's home run king. And as we talked about, he's really done the majority of that damage his last 2 years. 2 20 home run campaigns. Misses down low. They actually liked Harrell more for his arm coming out of Shelby, North Carolina. He pitched a bit, did both his first couple years, and then had a talk with him. He said, and it was agreed upon that he was just going to focus on hitting, and boy, Campbell lucky they did. Harrell hitting .372, but an OPS of 1.330. An on-base percentage of .510. That's slugging leading the team at .826. And leading the team in walks and hit by pitches. Counts 1-1. Gets into one, but under it. To left, it'll be pulled down. Tough making plays in left field with the Sun. And he will go back to the dugout 0 for 2 so far today. Dylan Kuntz up to the plate. Kuntz reached on an error by the second baseman his first time up. Campbell has had 2 runners on base in each of the first 2 innings. Campbell has stranded 3 so far. Runner goes. Unable to be handled behind the plate by Goranson. And Campbell, for the 3rd straight inning, has a runner in scoring position. Stallman with the stolen base. His 9th of the year. That ball is crushed. On top of the scoreboard. Kuntz dings it off the very top of the video board. And Campbell, just like that, has a 2-1 lead. My goodness. Take a look. It goes just at the top to the right of the speaker cover up there. Nearly clearing that scoreboard that's about 50 feet high in the air. My goodness. For Kuntz, his 6th of the season. For Campbell, their 111th. 6th in the entire country in long balls. Dalen Thompson ended the first inning, bouncing into a double play. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Swings and can't catch up with that pitch. Thompson hitting .308. 10 home runs, 11 doubles, a couple of triples. He's been a really pleasant surprise for Campbell at the plate. That's a high chopper again, that Sun, making it tough for the 3rd baseman, but the play made over to first for out number 2. So Chrisman able to make the play, but he had to battle the Sun for it. O'Shaughnessy, the Ohio native, up now from the right side. He struck out his first time up. Misses off the outside corner. Shadow's starting to come in now. You can see from behind the plate, but basically the sun setting. If you're on the left side of that infield or in left field, it is coming right down at you. Bunt, put down. Everybody's going to be safe. So O'Shaughnessy gets on thanks to a bunt single, and Campbell keeps this inning going.
Number 9, Andy Schultz.
Here's Andy Schultz. Schultz struck out his first time up. That was just the 3rd home run Potts has given up this year. That smash by Kuntz, trying to stop the bleeding now here in the 3rd. We talked about Grant Knipp, Campbell's starting catcher, all-conference player, again on the midseason Golden Spikes award list. Came back from a hamstring injury after a month away, but really you could see it when he ran. He wasn't able to completely heal that thing. But Schultz has come in, done a heck of a job, but he has literally had to catch pretty much every day. Takes a strike on the outside corner. When you talk to Coach Justin Hare, he said it last year as he had a redshirt year, medical redshirt year. It's a double redshirt. But said he worked really on his body in the weight room a lot, and it has really paid off for him this year. He's showing, and then some, he could be an everyday player. 310 batting average coming into today, 7 home runs, 36 RBI. Popped up. That ball skied to right. Rush is under it, makes the catch, ends the inning. But not until Campbell, thanks to a moonshot by Dylan Kuntz, gets on the board, gets in the lead, and we're a third of the way through from Buies Creek. A must-win for Campbell. So far, so good. 2-1 for Buies Creek.
It's bow time. The workday might be ending, but your family's hunger is still gearing up for the night shift. Now you could unload groceries, chop, dice, mince, preheat, heat, slap around the smoke detector, and then celebrate with a big old pile of dishes. Or you could just drop a big bow box on it. Because when you can feed the family with 12 Supremes, fixins, biscuits, and tea, you can clock out and still spend some well-earned quality time with a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Hello, I'm Jared McAdoo, new home sales counselor here at Providence Creek by Mattamy Homes. Come live the good life near Campbell University. We at Mattamy Homes are proud sponsors of the Fighting Campbells. Providence Creek is 15 minutes away from campus with stylish floor plans and amenities including a pool. We have 7 stylish floor plans including ranches from 2,100 square feet to 3,100 square feet, 2 to 5 bedroom options, 2 bath to 3.5 bathrooms, all designed to enhance your daily life. Come take a tour with us today.
Welcome back to Buies Creek. Cole Peschel that has settled down after back-to-back hits, equaling 1 number run in the first. He has been really, really good, giving up 1 hit since then. Campbell with the 2-run smash in the third, and we go to the fourth. Campbell leads 2-1 against William and Mary. Campbell needing to win all 3 of these games to keep their hopes to slip into the CAA tournament alive. William and Mary right now in that tournament, but they can't afford with all the teams hovering around them. Again, coming in to today's game, there were 7 teams still alive and fighting for those final 3 spots in what will be a 6-team CAA tournament next week in Wilmington on the campus of UNCW. De Los Santos, that RBI single in the first. He goes after the first pitch and knocks it foul. Meat of the order up. De Los Santos, the most dangerous hitter in this lineup. Leads his team with 13 home runs and now 57 RBI after what he did in inning number 1. Peschel about to throw pitch number 45. Ahead in the count, 0-1 to the right-handed hitting De Los Santos. Fouled back to the screen. De Los Santos, a 5th-year outfielder, 5'10", 195, out of Creedmoor, North Carolina. He went to Granville Central. Back in his home state. Has already delivered an RBI, having just a sensational year for this William and Mary team. Not on that at bat. Fans after it. A great pitch by Peschel, who now has struck out 3. Here's Anthony Greco, popped out to second his first time up. Greco hitting .266 this year, 5 home runs. When you get through Parker and De Los Santos, there's guys that can get it over the fence, but not consistent power or average for the most part. Guys that battle, but unlike Campbell, with some danger and some pop up and down the lineup. That ball fouled away, and it's 0-1. For Campbell, again, we've talked about this prolific hitting offense again for what is a 3rd straight year, but they have been decimated by injuries pitching-wise. Misses away. They've had their share of injuries with position players, of course, but have had the depth to get through it. But pitching-wise, it has been really a year like no other when you think of all the injuries Campbell has had. Popped up. That ball hit well, but Thompson goes under it right by the 368 side in deep, deep left center field. Runs it down for the out. Christian Rush, a strikeout victim, looking his first time up, comes up with 2 outs, nobody on in the 4th. The headline for Campbell and their pitching injuries this year is the fact that their Friday and Saturday guy have pitched a total of 3 games this year. Campbell had returning Chance DeQuilla, who won 10 games last year, was their Saturday night guy. Rush takes the first pitch for a strike. He has not pitched all year, will not pitch. He had offseason surgery. They thought they could get him back in May. He would have made a huge difference, but he has not pitched all year. And Vartanyan, a transfer they brought in, a top 100 prospect in the nation, a guy that they brought in to be the Friday night guy, pitched just 3 Fridays and has not pitched since. And Campbell, that knew it was going to be a bit of a rebuilding year pitching-wise. I mean, you take your Friday and Saturday night guy out, and you're behind the 8 ball, the 1-1. In for a strike. Campbell has had guys that have stepped up. Heschel is one of them, but these were guys that would most likely be midweek guys or coming out of the bullpen. So Campbell moving guys up to the starting rotation. Then your bullpen is thin, and that's been the story of Campbell's year. And ERA as a team over 7. Popped up. Meglio makes the catch. Tonight, the pitching has been spot on. So is the defense. Heschel and the boys carry a 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 4th. Back to Buies Creek after this.
Mark Roberts here at the Outlet, Capital Ford of Lillington, where it's all about the deal. We have a huge pre-owned inventory, plus we can customize your ride with wheels, tires, lift kits, 3M tint, and more. And if you need service, schedule online with our expert team of factory-certified technicians. People are driving to Lillington from all over. For the best price, lowest interest rates, lowest payment, and the most for your trade, the best deals are always at Capital at CapitalFordOfLillington.com.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
We know how to hand stuff our crust with more flavors than anyone else.
Like the blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella in our new cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza. We're talking the flavors of your favorite calzone, now stuffed right into the crust of your pizza.
I mean, no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
Get a new cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza for a limited time, only at Papa John's.
A transformation that has seen a Campbell team that had made it to the NCAA tournament just once before last decade. They made it in 1990. And then from 1992 to 2011, they only made the conference tournament 5 times. That was a couple of decades that Campbell baseball really had fallen way off. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Goranson at the plate. It'll be Goranson, Trajani, and Chrisman. The fastball is a strike on the inside corner. But Campbell head coach Justin Hare came here as an assistant in 2008 with Greg Goff. They really brought this program back up from the ashes. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back to the screen. And it took a while. They won 21, 27, 28. Then in 2011, 11-37 overall was this Campbell team. 3-27 in the Atlantic Sun Conference. Then Campbell went to the Big South, and everything changed as the program really turned the corner. And it wasn't just the fact that they moved conferences. They had finally, over 4 years, built some depth, and in 2012 won 41 games, 41-18 that year. The next year, a banner year, won 49 games. That ball smoked past the left, down the left field line, past the third baseman. Goranson has a single to start things here in the 5th, and a 2-1 game. That'll bring up Luca Trajani, who struck out his first time up. But you go back to what Campbell has done this last almost decade and a half. In that 2013 year, they won 49 games, won a regular season title in the Big South. But in the Big South tournament, with at the time was a winner-take-all championship game, lost only 1 game in the tournament. That ball fouled away. But it was in the championship game. Coastal Carolina was still in the conference at that time. They lost to Liberty. Liberty got the automatic bid. Coastal got in because Coastal got in every year. And Campbell with 49 wins, again, not the biggest strength of schedule in the world, were left out of the NCAA tournament. Last year wasn't just the first year the NCAA selection committee has burnt Campbell. But 49 wins left out, and then the next year went 41-21 in the regular season, lost their first game of the Big South tournament, but came back to win 5 straight and punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament in 2014. So 2013, the year they should have gone. 2014, a bit of a miracle run. What a recovery from O'Shaughnessy. Campbell almost turns a double play. Again, fighting that sun. O'Shaughnessy had to make an adjust, but he delivers it over to second base in time. So Trajani is on thanks to the fielder's choice. But take a look. He has to adjust there, and he's almost able to start and turn the double play. Goranson is out at second. Here's Christman, who's made a couple of good plays at third as well. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Campbell would go to the Columbia Regional in 2014, take on South Carolina, and get their first ever win in the NCAA tournament. After that season, their then head coach Greg Goff, who would end up eventually at Alabama after a stop at Louisiana Tech, popped up out of play. Goff is now the head coach at Purdue. But they would turn the keys over to his, at the time, 6-year assistant, Justin Hare. Justin Hare took over this program, and after making it his own, after 3 years of decent baseball, he turned it on. And Campbell, starting in 2018, making 5 straight NCAA tournaments. The 0-2. Fouled back to the screen. And not only Campbell making the NCAA tournaments, but during the previous and final 5 years in the Big South, Campbell won the regular season all 5 years and won the tournament 4 out of 5 times. So out of 10 trophies available, Campbell won 9 of them. Here's the 0-2 to Chrisman. Off the outside corner. 1-2. And when Campbell would get into these regionals, again, one time getting into the NCAA regional as an at-large, which tells you something about the baseball cachet that they've built up. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball to second. Over to short for 1. They're able to turn the double play. Chrisman can't make it down the line, and that was a slow bouncer to second that Campbell was able to turn. Turning their 21st double play of the year. More on Campbell baseball history when we come back after the break. Halfway through, Campbell by 1. On cue, there's Justin Hare wearing number 3, coaching the third base coach. Always does that sprint out to the bag, and to continue to what Coach Hare has built, over 300 wins, the most in Campbell baseball history, but not only 5 straight NCAA tournaments, which is incredible no matter what league you're in, but Campbell has made it to the regional final in 3 of those, against ECU, against the eventual College World Series champion in Starkville in 2021, and last year as a number 2 seed, making it to the regional final against South Carolina, against ECU back in 2019. Slow roller, foul ball off the bat of Kuntz. They made it to the regional final undefeated. ECU had to defeat them 2 times on a very hot Monday in Greenville, as Campbell was 1 win away from the Super Regional. Last year, again, really robbed. They put together an amazing non-conference schedule. The 0-1 pitch, check swing, misses outside. Their non-conference RPI in the top 7 of the nation. Big South was down last year, and that really hurt them in the eyes of some of the selection committee. Here's Kuntz. Misses inside. Kuntz hit a moonshot literally off the top of the scoreboard, and that's the difference, 2-1. But Campbell still had the numbers, should have hosted a regional last year, did not. The 2-1. Strike on the outside corner. But in that year last year, Campbell in the top 15 for the majority of the year, in the top 10 for a time, as Campbell put together the best year in program history. That ball into right field, bounces in for a base hit. So Kuntz is having himself a day, as he has his second hit of the day, and Campbell has the leadoff man on for the 3rd time tonight. Here's Dalen Thompson, who is 0 for 2, a couple of groundouts. Campbell was 46-15 last year, 22-5 in conference. And those 46 wins, keeping them in the top 15. They ended up final poll after the postseason in the top 25. Bunt put down perfectly. Thompson is going to get there. Thompson with a bunt single, and Campbell's cooking here in the 5th. A perfect bunt by one of the fastest players on the diamond. Here's Braden O'Shaughnessy. Here's a look at that bunt. You really can't do it much better than that. A drag down the first base line, and it would have had to been a nearly perfect play by Hindi, who would have almost known where that was going before he got off the mound. So Campbell has put 2 on with nobody outs. And here's Braden O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy shows bunt, pulls it back. Goranson able to deflect it and keep the runners at bay. And Campbell knew this really wasn't going to be a rebuilding year, but a reloading year. They were going to be a little bit thin at pitching, and again, that was the one place where they couldn't have a bunch of injuries, and they did. Misses down low. I mean, 10 pitchers unavailable coming into today's game, and it's been that way for the majority of the year. But Campbell also lost, which you often do, having a year like that, being one of the best teams in the nation. Lost their hitting coach, lost their pitching coach, lost 4 total coaches, and the transfer portal got him as well. Bunt. Off the mound. Just able to stretch and make the play at first. Hindi throws a strike, and they will most likely look at this again. The bunt was put down. The throw by Hindi. They're going to look at that one under the hood, and this is what's exciting about being here at Jim Perry Stadium. Our crew is showing you what they are seeing under the hood right now. So what you will see is what they will see. They're communicating with our truck, and we can all kind of decide together if that is safe or out. You saw in that original replay from the first base cam, it looked like the umpire or the first base coach may have been blocking a little bit of that bag. So we'll see what you come up with here. Obviously a pivotal call here in a 1-run ball game, in a game that Campbell must win. So there's the bunt. Credit Hindi with, boy, just delivering a strike over there. This might give us the good angle. Remember, the call on the field was out. And they're going to go frame by frame here. Campbell at the very worst will have runners at second and third with 2 outs. Wow, that's awfully close. And I think that might be our best look, so is it good enough? We'll take a look here. And remember, there was looked like a first base coach on the way. We'll see if slowing it down, you'll be able to see it. Wow, that's really tough, because there the first base coach was in a position where you really couldn't see the foot hitting the bag, so this will be interesting. The call on the field is out. Huge call here. That would put the bases loaded and nobody out if this is overturned. Great stretch by Jackson, the first baseman. We haven't talked about him yet. So they're going to look at this angle again, which would probably be able to tell you everything there was. But Jordan Stampler's Campbell first base coach being in position there. As it seems they will come out. And they're going to stick with the call again. I do not think you can overturn with, again, the unfortunate decision that the unfortunate angle that, again, Campbell's first base coach, who was just standing where he was supposed to stand, couldn't be able to see it there. So infield pulled in. Campbell still in good position here. Runners on second and third. Ball gets away. Coming home from third. Everything seems to even out in the end. And the wild pitch will score a run as Kuntz comes in from third. So Campbell gets a run home. Give O'Shaughnessy a sacrifice bunt and Kuntz scoring on the wild pitch. Thompson's at third. There's still only one away. That is a big run number 3 for Campbell. Andy Schultz, the catcher, up. He has struck out and flown out tonight, 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Campbell with 9 hits tonight. Swung on a miss, 87 miles an hour. The count 1-2. Mark Hindy has been the victim of a little bit of bad luck here, trying to limit the damage in the 5th. Sock to center field, that will score a run. Thompson can trot home, and the sac fly from Andy Schultz gives him RBI number 37 on the season. Thompson comes home to score, and those are 2 big runs for Campbell here with a long way to go. But Campbell putting up a 2 spot in the 3rd thanks to the 2-run home run by Kuntz and manufacturing a couple of runs here in the 5th. A single by Kuntz, a bunt single by Thompson, a sac bunt by O'Shaughnessy. Base is cleared, 2 away, but Campbell has 2 home here in the bottom half of the 5th, leading 4-1 in a game Campbell must win to keep their postseason hopes alive. Maglio, the batter, doubled in the 2nd, struck out looking his last time up. Takes a big hack there. Maglio hitting .283. 9 home runs on the year, 5 doubles. Maglio, so much potential, and he has shown it here. True freshman out of Jackson, New Jersey. High, ball 2. There are a couple arms up in the William & Mary bullpen. Popped foul out of play. Zach Potts throwing just 3 innings. His season high was 7, and he did it in back-to-back games late April. Fouled back and out of play. He pitched 5 innings at Eland and just 2 2/3 against Towson. So he threw 3 innings, just had around 60 pitches, but Hindy has gone 4 a couple times this year, and again, it's such a good bullpen for William & Mary. Obviously, they didn't like something that they were seeing, and again, you take a righty out, put a lefty in, maybe thinking Campbell wouldn't be expecting or having the lineup for that. The count 3-2. Fouled back to the screen. Another 2-strike pitch. Fouled back by Meglio. The Campbell's hitters have done a really good job of putting up a fight. Campbell has struck out 5 times, but 9 hits tonight and have drawn a walk. We've had just 1 walk between these two teams. Two-strike pitch number 3 fouled back to the screen. Called strike. So Hendy stays, battles, fools Meglio. Caught looking, but Campbell comes up big. Manufacturing a couple with a couple of hits. 2 more come in. We go to the 6th. Campbell in control, leading William & Mary 4-1.
Welcome to Smithfield. How may I help you?
Made fresh daily. Service with a smile.
Oh, wow.
Fresh and fast, just for you.
Come back and see us. Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate?
How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
Run with a single, and that has been it. He's given up 2 singles since. He has struck out 3, has not walked a batter. 66 pitches through 5 innings at the beginning of a 3-game series where Campbell must win all 3 games to keep their postseason hopes alive. Campbell is getting exactly what they need from the Friday night on the Thursday night starter, Cole Peschel. He'll deal with the number 9 hitter, Seguin, and then comes the dangerous top of this lineup from William & Mary. And Seguin starts it going the other way, and potential extra base as he takes a big turn and then pulls up and then comes in. But it'll be a double from Seguin, and now the dangerous part of this William & Mary lineup set to make something happen. Henry Jackson, the leadoff man up, 1 for 2 today. Top of the lineup doing what they usually do, a combined 3 for 6 with a couple of hits. The only run scored and the only RBI. Jackson, a single his last time up. Campbell has the corners pulled in. And a strike delivered by Peschel. Peschel has been so good control-wise this year. 68 innings, he's only walked 19. And there's another look at that pinpoint control. Tonight, 48 of his 68 pitches have been strikes. Peschel from the stretch. Not even looking at second, concentrating on the batter at hand, and misses high with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Henry Jackson, the leadoff man. Grad transfer out of Carson at Newman. He's a Waxhaw, North Carolina native. That's outside of Charlotte. 5'10", 200 pounds. That pitch misses away. Good stop behind the plate by Schultz. Peschel set. The delivery swung on and missed. Took a little bit off of it. Took a lot off of it. And crosses up Jackson. That's a big strikeout for out number one, with Seguin remaining at second. We invite you to check out the rebooted Fighting Camel Club. Membership gives you access to exclusive gear, ticket opportunities, and experiences, all while helping change the lives of Campbell student athletes. Go to GoCamels.com, hit the give button. Breaking ball misses inside. It'll be a Fighting Camel Club celebration on our final Camel Call live of the 23-24 season. That's our live podcast, 6:30 to 7:30 this Monday at the County Seat Sports Grill in downtown Lillington. You can also listen to that live on GoCamels.com. Here's a 1-0. Strike on the outside corner to Ben Parker. Parker doubled and scored the only run of the game for William & Mary so far back in the first. He grounded out to short to end the third. A .358 hitter this year, .333 in conference. Popped up. That ball headed towards the William & Mary dugout. Good concentration and a grab from Stallman right in front of the visitors' dugout. And that is a big out number two. So after a leadoff double by Seguin, Seguin is still at second. He's there with two outs, but here is the big bopper in the William & Mary lineup, Joe De Los Santos. Hitting .326, but leads this team with 6 home runs in conference play, 13 home runs altogether. He had that RBI single in the first. He struck out his last time up against Peschel. Pitch number 76 coming up from the Campbell right-handed transfer. Right in there for a called strike. Peschel set. Seguin not drawing any of his attention at second. There's a ground ball that's going to go through the hole. Seguin around third. And Campbell will cut off the throw. Second RBI of the day for the man that leads this William & Mary team in RBIs. De Los Santos, RBIs number 57 and 58 today. What a year he is having, and it's a 2-for-3, 2 RBI night. And that gets William & Mary a bit closer. 4-2 the score here, cashing in on that leadoff double. Anthony Greco, the DH, bats fourth. He's 0 for 2. 2 pop-outs, one in the infield, one in the outfield grass, and that ball smacked to center field. Big turn at second. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. And advancing to second on the throw is Greco. So credit De Los Santos. He also leads this team in stolen bases. He was thinking getting to third from the get-go. Bonds got to it really as quickly as he could. But the throw could not beat them, and now all of a sudden, Christian rushes up, and a single could tie this game. Time called as first-year pitching coach Dusty White comes out, brings the infield in to talk strategy with his troops. So 2 two-out singles, 1 plating a run, and Campbell all of a sudden goes from comfortably in the lead to 1 hit away from this being a tie game. William & Mary, again, a bit of a revitalization for this program. It's been a record year with this pitching staff, over 500 strikeouts, which is a program record. And folks, this is a program that has been around a little while. William & Mary, of course, second oldest university in these United States, founded back before there was a United States in 1693. But they have had a baseball team since 1895. They have won 1,691 games. They have lost 1766 and tied 13. Christian Rush is the man up at the plate. There is history everywhere in Williamsburg, including in William and Mary University. First ever meeting is conference foes, these two teams. Strike at the knees. This game could get real interesting with a base hit here. Rush is 0 for 2. 2 in scoring position. Peschel trying to get out of trouble here in the 6th. Rocketed foul out of play right side. 1-2. Cole Peschel has been really good. 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs. Hasn't walked a batter, struck out 4. Pitch number 82 is coming up. Can he get out of the top of the 6th without any more runs scoring? Keep Campbell's lead at 2. Looks like he may. Sky to right. Harrell is there, makes the catch, and ends the inning. William and Mary strands a couple. Peschel has been really good through 6. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Campbell in a must-win situation, leading William and Mary 4-2.
Second baseman, number 4, Campbell. Riley.
Welcome back to Bowie's Creek. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Campbell 4, William and Mary 2. A lot of very helpful and very smart members of our crew reminded me that it's the College of William and Mary. Thank you for that. No offense meant. Chandler Riley. Offense there with a smack to right field. And Campbell trying to get one back after giving one up in the top of the 6th. So Riley has been on base 3 times. That's his second base hit. And that'll bring up Peyton Bonds.
Let's go, Peyton. Let's go. It's on you, Peyton. Let's get it.
So Bonds up from the right side as he'll take a pitch outside. You can imagine with centuries upon centuries that there are a few famous and important people that have gone to the College of William and Mary. Misses outside. They boast 4 presidents: Thomas Jefferson, James Monroe, John Tyler, and George Washington. (2-0). Popped up into right field and unable to make the play, and having to wait near second but hustling all the way to third is Chandler Riley. So a pop-up to right that looked pretty harmless off the bat was anything but. And that is a huge mistake for William and Mary that had crawled their way back into this game. Popped up to right, but it was a late jump from the right fielder. as Rush was playing deep, which is what you do with Bonds up. Trigiani couldn't get back there, and now, much like Campbell was in the top of the sixth, William and Mary in some trouble here in the bottom of the sixth. So a meeting on the mound and a pitching change here in the bottom of the sixth inning. William and Mary will test that very good bullpen when we come back after the break. Campbell leading 4-2. Welcome back to Buies Creek. New man on the mound, Reed Donato. The junior right-hander, 6'3", 215. He's a Monmouth transfer, transferred within conference. The spring weather a little better down in Williamsburg. Comes out of Scottsdale, Arizona. As Reed 2-0 this year with the 6.21 ERA, he is making his 16th appearance. He has one start on the year, 33 innings, 25 walks to 48 Ks. And so William and Mary using their third pitcher of the game. A big right-hander now. Campbell got a single from Riley, a bloop single from Peyton Bonds. They did give him a single again, and rightfully so. That was just kind of in between two. And now Campbell will face a new pitcher, and rightfully so, with the top of the lineup that has crushed today. Stallman is 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a run scored. On deck is Lawson Harrell, who is 0 for 3, but one of the biggest power threats in the conference. And then Dylan Coots that put one into orbit, a 2-run home run that bounced off the top of the scoreboard in the third, is due up as well. Runners at the corners, nobody out. A pivotal point in this game. William and Mary trying to keep it close. How much damage can they limit? Strike on the outside corner. Bluffing to first, but coming back on the bluff is Bonds. Bonds has some wheels, 11 stolen bases. He has not been caught this year. Campbell will run on you, 95 stolen bases now this season. They've been caught just 16 times. Bunt shown, misses outside. We talked about Justin Hare. It's interesting as he has built this program. When Campbell, back in that 2011 season, started to win, they didn't have guys that looked like Reed Stallman, that could hit like Reed Stallman. They had a bunch of fast guys that could bunt and single you to death, misses high. So they will still occasionally pull out some of those squeeze bunts, as in the DNA in this team is small ball. It has not been that over the last couple of years. But this is a team that'll still get hit by a pitch. Will bunt, will steal, will score that way. That's how they got 2 in the 5th. Stallman flinches. Donato wanted the strike called. He's not going to get it. Here's the 3-1, fouled back to the screen. The count full. Stallman singled in the first, singled and scored, stole a base in the third, singled in the fourth. 14 home runs this year. Hitting .267 with runners in scoring position. Just fouls that off, painfully off the foot. The count stays full at 3-2. Campbell in conference play just 2-6 on Friday nights. This is a Friday night, but first game of the series. And that's been one of the things that has been different about this year. Campbell had a streak going into the middle of last year where they had a year and a half of being undefeated on Friday. Of course, their Friday night pitchers the last 2 years, guys that were drafted in the top 3 rounds. Here's the 3-2. Fouled back to the screen. And again, you go back to the fact that Campbell, coming into this season, their proposed Friday and Saturday night guys combining Friday and Saturday night starting pitchers combining to throw just 3 games. And it has been a scramble drill at pitcher ever since. They have gotten a sensational start from Peschel. We'll see if he comes out for one more, as he's gone through 6 over 80 pitches. Campbell bats, trying to get him some support. Big moment here. The 3-2 one more time. Chased it. Boy, a good pitch by Andrew Donato. And Stallman retired for the first time tonight.
Number 15, Lawson Harrell.
Lawson Harrell up to the plate. A rarity for him. He is 0 for 3. He came in hitting .374. And he stands in from the right side. Harrell today named as a semifinalist for the 2024 Dick Hauser Trophy. The trophy given to the top player in college baseball. Voted on by NCBWA. That is quite an award to be thought of for, and that's what makes him so special. He can turn around and bunt one on you too, even though he's Campbell's career leader in home runs. That trophy named after Dick Hauser, the manager of the Kansas City Royals, tragically died of a brain tumor just a few years after he was the head man for Kansas City when the Royals won their first ever world title in 1985. Lawson Harrell, semifinalist for one of the best awards in baseball. He shows bunt again, takes away, and the count's 2-1. Harrell second in the conference in home runs and runs scored, 6th in hits, 4th in doubles and RBIs. 3rd in on-base percentage, 2nd in slugging. Just 68 individuals make up the semifinalists. Lawson Harrell, one of them, in a big spot here. Shows bunt again, takes outside, and the count 3-1. There is one out. A base is technically open. But Dylan Kuntz, that hit that big home run his last time up, is on deck. So this is the part of the order, much like the top of the order for William and Mary, that is dangerous and really tough to pitch around. Taken outside, ball 4. So an interesting plate appearance for Harrell, but he does his job, gets on base, and loads the bases for Dylan Kuntz. Kuntz in the third inning gave Campbell a 2-1 lead. He hit a pitch that bounced off nearly the very top of the scoreboard in right center field. I mean, it was a moonshot and a no-doubter. And now he's got the bases juiced. Socked to right. One run comes in. They're going to hold Bonds at third with one out. And it's an RBI single from Kuntz, his third hit and third RBI of the night. Campbell gets a run back, leads 5-2 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So Riley scores, Bonds to third, Harold to second. And Dalen Thompson, a bunt single and a run scored back in the fifth, comes up looking for his second consecutive hit. Base is still loaded for Campbell. Misses outside. We have been fixated on the fact that Campbell needs to win all three of these games tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday to keep their chances of a CAA tournament berth alive. William and Mary, remember, at 12-12 in a precarious position. They need to win a couple of games in this series to stay where they are, qualified for the tournament. In for a strike. And again, William and Mary's path is less clear. They could win one or two. If you win two, you're in pretty good shape no matter what everybody else does. They could actually not win any and still get in. The 1-1. In for a called strike. We most likely will not know their fate till the last day of this regular season, regardless of what they do in these first two games. For Campbell, it is crystal clear. Campbell does need some help, but if they don't win all three of these games, they do not have a chance no matter what happens. The 1-2. Misses away. These stakes are high here on a Thursday night in Bowie's Creek. That is what's going to make this series so interesting for William and Mary. They need a couple wins. Campbell needs three. Here's a 2-2. Swung on and missed. And Thompson strikes out.
Third baseman, number 7, Braden O'Shaughnessy.
O'Shaughnessy up now. And with the bases loaded, there is still a long way to go. But if Interdonato can come into this game, limit what was a first and third nobody out situation to just one run and keep William and Mary within striking distance, he will have done his job and then some. O'Shaughnessy trying to change that. Campbell gets a base hit here. And they'll feel even better about their chances of winning this opening game in the series in a must-win situation for the Camels. Here's the 0-1. Popped up out of play, and O'Shaughnessy's behind in the count 0-2. Braden 1 for 2 tonight, hitting .297 on the year. Sack bunt, bunt single, strikeout. O'Shaughnessy hitting on 6 home runs this year. Stays alive by fouling it away. William and Mary on their third pitcher of the night, second of this inning. The Tribe cut the lead to 2 in the top half of the sixth, stranded 2 in scoring position. Campbell got one of those run back, and now Campbell with a golden opportunity to blow this game open here in the sixth. The 0-2. O'Shaughnessy, discipline, does not chase. William and Mary has won 4 straight against Campbell, including beating Campbell last year in a midweek game when Campbell was ranked in the top 15. That was a 3-2 score. This one close as well. And O'Shaughnessy lays off an enticing one off the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bases loaded. Campbell up 3 here in the bottom of the sixth. William and Mary trying to stay close. O'Shaughnessy trying to blow this game wide open. And he'll take high and inside from 0-2 to 3-2. Nowhere to put him. O'Shaughnessy has walked 25 times this year.
Work hard, work hard. Here we go.
From the stretch, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Campbell leaves him loaded. An 87-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and William and Mary stays in this game. Campbell gets one back, 2/3 of the way through. Campbell up 3. From Cole Peschel. Peschel was really good tonight. He gave up 1 run on 2 hits after facing the first 3 batters of this game, and then he really settled in. Gave up just 4 hits and 1 run after that. So 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and 4 Ks for Peschel, in line for the win. And Campbell in this close game, needing 9 more outs to take game number 1 of the season. Campbell with a lot of confidence. Again, we talked about all of the pitching injuries. Guys like Wegman have had to throw a lot of innings because Campbell have had injuries to starters, and then bullpen guys moving into starting roles, and just a few reliable veteran guys for them in the bullpen. So guys have been used and asked to be used again here. But Campbell coming off back-to-back wins at Monmouth where they gave up just 2 runs. 5-2 on Saturday, then beating Monmouth 6-0 in the first shutout thrown on the year of this Campbell pitching staff. And tonight having given up just 2 runs. There's a first ball fastball, 91 miles an hour, that misses off the inside corner. Goranson, the batter, from the right side. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Because of that pitching woes, it's why it's made this year even more frustrating. Injuries are going to happen, and Campbell's hitting has been there even with the injury to Grant Knipp, their star. But Campbell has gotten the run support to win games, just haven't been able to close things out. Campbell has lost 12 games this year when scoring 6 or more runs, 3 games when scoring 10 or more. The 2-1. And getting hit and celebrating that hit is Goranson. So the catcher trying to fire up his troops gets hit here in the 7th. And on the inside corner, right on that armor. Luca Trajani, the batter, batting seventh. The second baseman 0 for 2. Wegman delivers a pitch that's fouled back to the screen. Number 28, the senior out of California, 6'4", 220. Huntington Beach native, Irvine Valley College transfer. They'll call time, go retrieve the baseball. Lights are on here as day turns to night in what has been a warm, humid day in the Sandhills of North Carolina. That ball sprayed the other way will go down the right field line. On his way to third is Sorensen, and diving in to second base is Trajani. And here comes William and Mary. Down 3, but bringing up the tying run to the plate in the top of the 7th with nobody out. Trajani thinking 2 right away. It turned out to be a close play. But thanks to the hustle, he gets in there. So a hit batter and a double. And here's Chrisman. Chrisman 0 for 2, grounded into a double play in the 5th. That pitch misses down low. It's pleasant now, 76 degrees. Wind has died. And the Camels trying to hang on here late. William and Mary trying to come back. Check swing, called strike. The Tribe scoring 1 in the first, 1 in the 6th. 2 runs on 8 hits and an error, 3 left on base for the Tribe. The 1-1. Misses off the inside corner. The count 2-1. Swung on and missed. Wegman making his 20th appearance this year. 30 innings. He's got a save. 28 walks to 27 Ks. Fouled away. Wegman from the stretch. Here's the pitch, ground ball, will score a run. And get bobbled into shallow right. So only one play on that grounder, seemingly routine to Riley. But a tough time for Campbell's first error of the game. The run would score no matter what, but that's an error that puts now the tying run at first with nobody out and the lead run at the plate. Misses high. Seguin got William and Mary going, scored a run in the 6th after leading off with a double, hitting .267 on the year. Strike on the outside corner. Wegman set. Misses away. And the count 2-1. Seguin crowds the plate from the right side, left side. The righty delivers and delivers back to the backstop, gets away from Schultz, and it's a 1-run ball game. So Trajani comes home to score. Chrisman now the tying run is at second base, and he's there with nobody out. The 3-1 fouled away. They will rule that a wild pitch. And again, there's only been one hit in the inning, a hit batter, an error, a double, now a wild pitch. The count's full. Ground ball right side. Stallman is there. Takes it over to first in time for out number 1. But Chrisman, the tying run, now 90 feet away as he advances to third, and we go up to that very capable and powerful top of the lineup. Back to the top now in Henry Jackson. He's 1 for 3. Struck out his last time up, singled in the third, flew out to left in the first. Time called. And the Camels will go to the bullpen. So Campbell to the pen, and we'll take a break. Back after this. Ball game, 5-5 the score as we go into the bottom of the 7th. William and Mary took an early lead. Campbell took it back. And 3 big runs in the top of the 7th. William and Mary getting into Campbell's depleted bullpen. And now we are all tied up as the Tribe goes to another pitcher, Carter Lovaz, the junior right-hander, 6'3", 185 out of Midlothian, Virginia. We talked about how these starters sensational for William and Mary. Potts, who started this game, Knowles, who we'll most likely see tomorrow, but boy, they have a really good bullpen. Lovaz and Pierce are their high leverage guys, both with 16 appearances and both with ERAs under 3. Lovaz on the mound now, just incredible numbers. He's 1-4, but has 6 saves and a 2.29 ERA. 17 appearances now, 1 start, 39 1/3 innings. He's given up 10 earned runs, just 11 walks to 51 K. The righty delivers a first pitch that tails in on Schultz, and a defensive swing for strike number 1. Lovaz is a tall drink of water, 6'3", 185. Looks taller than that. The wind in the pitch, and that is 88 at the knees. And the count's 0-2. The 0-2 swung on, fouled. Foul territory, but unable to catch up with it is Jackson, who gave it a go. The pitching of this team so good. First in the CAA in fewest walks. Strikeout to walk ratio. Top 35 in the nation. Hits allowed in 9 innings. Top 40 in the nation in WHIP. Top 25 in the nation in strikeouts per 9 innings. 25 in ERA. Campbell does have 12 hits off this team tonight. But tied here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. This should stay playable in foul territory. Making the catch, a couple of strides in foul territory is Jackson.
Now back. Number 29, Charlie Maglio.
Campbell with those 12 hits, but they've left 9 on base, including the bases loaded last inning. Now they did get a run out of that. But remember, we pointed out when William and Mary went to the bullpen, Campbell had runners on first and third, nobody out. Interdonata did a fantastic job giving up just 1 hit. Walking a man, striking out 3, but he limited the damage and gave his offense a chance to get back into it. So a pivotal pitching change paid off in the 6th. The count's 1-1 to Meglio. Long way to go in this one, but William and Mary have battled their way back in and now hands it off to their very good pen. Swung on and missed. And on the radar gun, it's reaching the high 80s. That one 88, but boy, Lovaz has Campbell off balance. Late swing there from Meglio. Meglio, Campbell's true freshman, doubled back in the 2nd. Struck out looking in the 4th and the 5th. Charlie hitting .281 this year. 9 home runs. Campbell could use a big swing here. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase at 77 miles an hour.
Now back. Second baseman, number 4, Chandler Riley.
Chandler Riley is having himself a game. Riley 2 for 2. Walked in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, singled and scored back in the 6th. Campbell with 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. But here in the bottom of the 7th, all tied up Nobody on and 2 away. Riley takes outside.
Here we go, Chandler. Here we go. Little rip.
For Riley, they really love his approach in the box. They really believe he has one of the best approaches on the team. And he has shown that in conference play, hitting .329 coming into today. In conference games, .444 on base percentage. Campbell could use a hit right now. Peyton Bonds, the number 9 hitter, in the on-deck circle. Then back to the top of the lineup. The 3-0. Riley takes all the way and takes a strike. Swings through, and now battling back is Lovas from 3-0 to 3-2. Again, Lovas has just walked 11 batters this year. Here's the wind in the 3-2 pitch. Got away from him, hit him. And Riley tries to walk it off as he gallops up to first. That's the 5th batter Lovas has hit all year. And that one stings just on the side of the leg where the knee is. But life for Campbell here with 2 away. Bonds is single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. One of 3 freshmen in the lineup tonight for Campbell. Misses away. Campbell with 12 freshmen on this team. A bit of a reloading year. They did feel that they were position player-wise deeper than they ever have been. The 1-0 pitch misses off the outside corner. Riley back in time. And we've been concentrating a lot on the injuries to the pitching staff. But Campbell has had a bunch of injuries to position players as well, shuffling around lineups. And again, Grant Knipp, this offense has been really good without their star. Grant Knipp hitting over 400 through 29 games this year. Check swing, misses outside, and I know it's 29 games, but it wasn't 15. In those 29 games, Grant Knipp, 402, 18 homers, 46 RBI. But out of the lineup this weekend. Runner goes, misses inside, ball 3. So Campbell with the runner in scoring position. Riley gets his 5th stolen base of the year.
That's your man, Peyton. That's yours.
And the count 3-1. Reed Stallman, who has 3 hits, is on deck. From the stretch, the pitch at the knees. Strike 2. The count full, 2 away. Campbell has the lead run on at second, 5-5, and a must-win here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lovas, their ace reliever, battles, but is fouled off the bat and then off the leg of Bonds. Bonds battling at the dish.
Don't you let him tell you what to do. We run all over the place.
And Lovas, the big right-hander, comes set. Time called. Coach Justin Hare wants to question on the mound Lovas. Was it a balk? Was it not? He raises the question. He's not going to get the answer he wants from the three-man umpiring crew. But he does buy Peyton Bonds a little bit of time. We're set to go again. Here's the 3-2 again. That ball deflects off the glove. Picked up at second, thrown to first, not in time. Trying to come home, and the ball pops loose. Campbell takes the lead. A gutsy move by Riley, scoring from second on an infield single. Campbell takes the 6-5 lead. The throw beat Riley, but Goranson, the catcher, couldn't keep it in the glove. And they're going to come and take a look. What a wild play. That ball hit on the nose by Bonds, but Lopez stuck his glove out, and that helped things. It deflected to Trajani at second, who nearly made the play at first. So it'll be interesting to see. They could be checking if the runner was out at first. We'll see. Remember, we're seeing what the home plate crew is seeing. So there's the deflection. The throw over to first. Yep, they're checking if he's safe at first because, again, the ball popping out at home. And remember the call, safe at first. Boy, that was a heck of a play by Trajani to even make this close. There's the bounce. Not on the bag yet. Wow, that's awfully close. Remember the call at first base, safe. Man, that's awfully close. And again, huge if this call gets overturned, it stays 5-5. If it doesn't, Campbell has the 6-5 lead. So this is really the only angle in play. As that camera doesn't give you much. I don't think the third base cam really would either, although you can see a little bit of it. Now what's interesting is, yeah, I think they're going to see if they can see it from this angle. Remember, we're seeing exactly what the umpires are under the hood, and you may be able to see it. I don't know if it's a little better or not. Wow, that's awfully close, isn't it? I don't know if it's enough to overturn. Huge play in this game. Great work by our truck. They're slowing it down and giving them every chance. And the decision has been made. The call stands. And Campbell has taken a 6-5 lead as Riley scores for second on a ground ball that stays in the infield. Campbell was aggressive, took a chance, and it paid off. It's an infield single and an RBI for Bonds. And it all started with 2 outs. Riley was hit by a pitch and then stole second. Campbell manufacturing one here in the 7th to take the 6-5 lead. So Lovaz, who has given up just 10 earned runs all year, gives up one here in the 7th. Runner goes, a throw down to third, nowhere near in time. So Bonds steals his 12th base of the year. And Campbell has a huge insurance run 90 feet away. Campbell has left 9 on base tonight, hitting 3 of 9 with runners in scoring position. Can they cash in? Lovaz trying to keep this a one-run game. Strike on the outside corner. And again, credit Bonds, as Campbell hitters has seemingly done all night, fouling off a bunch of two-strike pitches. Bonds battled in that at-bat and put the ball in play. Misses away. That'll bring up Lawson Harrell. So uncharacteristic from Lovaz, hitting a batter, walking a batter, something he doesn't do, and now he has to face a man that he did not want to get to in this inning. Lawson Harrell, who is overdue, 0 for 3 with a walk. There are a couple of arms up in the William & Mary bullpen. We'll see if this is a conversation of encouragement and strategy, or if this is a call to the bullpen. We have been back and forth, a roller coaster of emotions here in an uber important game for both these teams. Campbell must win tonight and tomorrow and on Saturday to keep their hopes of a CAA tournament spot alive. William & Mary has that tournament spot right now. They need a win, probably 2. And this, obviously, the first game in the series, huge. You also kind of play it in your head, what kind of mental space will Campbell be in if William & Mary were to come back again and get this one tonight? What would Campbell have left knowing their season or postseason would not be available? Such a big game tonight. The count 0-1 to Campbell's career home run leader. Able to lay off that pitch at 1-1. Lawson Harrell named semifinalist for the Dick Hauser Trophy, going to the best player in college baseball. Only 68 are on that list. He doesn't have a hit yet tonight. And he fouls that pitch away. Lawson Harrell at the dish. 2 on, 2 away. Campbell has taken a 6-5 lead in the bottom of the 7th, looking for more. And a low throw, but a good dig. And Campbell will settle for 1. The Tribe escapes, but Campbell takes the lead back. We go to the 8th, 6-5, Campbell. some trouble in the 7th, but that really changed the momentum of the game. Campbell added 2 more in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and now battled back. They had to tie the game in the 7th, take the lead, and then pad the lead. So Campbell really propelled, their offense propelled with that big hit by Kuntz that allowed everybody to take a breath, gave Campbell a lead, and Campbell's hitting has not stopped, being clutch here late. Now Campbell 3 outs away with a 4-run lead here in the 9th inning. Packy comes back out for his 2nd inning of work, and the first pitch misses down low. Lucas Carmichael, the pinch hitter, comes in from the left side, hitting .244 this year. 7 doubles, no home runs. Strike in there. Carmichael wearing lucky number 13, the junior outfielder, 6'3", 185. Carmichael, Seguin, and then Jackson at the top of the order due up here in the 9th, the 1-1. Misses low. As we laid out for you in the 8th, you would love to get William and Mary in order, not have to face Parker, and De Los Santos, the 2 power hitters in this lineup. Chopper, gloved, covered, play made. Not an easy play, made to look easy. Riley did a heck of a job charging. And Packy Bradley Cooney was there to cover. So Carmichael is retired, and you are still on track to not have to meet those dangerous power hitters at number 2 and 3 in the lineup. Campbell 2 outs away from taking this must-win Game 1 of a 3-game series. Seguin with a double and a run scored back in the 6th. In there for a called strike. Campbell, a great start by Peschel. Key outs from Kangas and Bradley. Fouled away. Packy ahead in the count 0-2. The righty delivers and misses outside. Packy Bradley Cooney, hyphenated last name. Junior, 6'2", 210 out of Massachusetts. Late swing, but staying alive is Seguin. Tomorrow night, we would expect to see William and Mary's ace, Nate Knowles, one of the best ERAs in the nation, 1.69. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away. Knowles, one of the best pitchers in the nation, but doesn't go deep into games. Really 4 or 5 innings, kind of much like you saw tonight. It'll be a challenge for Campbell tomorrow. And they're a couple of outs away from getting there. Zach Sabers at least scheduled to go tomorrow. Nate Britton on Saturday. This, of course, a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series with the conference tournament starting midweek next week. The 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Campbell trying to fight their way into the postseason, trying to get to the NCAA tournament for the 6th straight year. The 2-2. Hit it high and deep and well foul into the night right side. That ball into the stratosphere. Seguin does have 4 home runs on the year. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on. Campbell trying to take game one of this three-game series, final series of the regular season. Just getting a piece, Seguin. Leadoff man Jackson awaits on deck. Packy 2-0 this year with 5 saves. Making his team leading 24th appearance. Down low.
All right, Packy, come get in, come get in.
Seguin has worked the count to 3-2. He knows how important it is to try to get to those power hitters. The count's full. And Packy wins. Goes with the hook. Seguin no match. For Packy, it's his 3rd strikeout of the outing, and now Campbell 1 out away. Henry Jackson, the batter. Parker and De Los Santos await. Jackson trying to extend this game and get to the big boppers in the lineup. Jackson 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd. Hit by a pitch last time up. Takes the first pitch away. He has flown out and struck out. From the stretch, misses away. Campbell with a win tonight, 30 wins for the 6th straight year. Here's a 2-0. Strike at the knees, 2-1. If Campbell able to make this run, get into the CAA tournament, looking for 5 straight 35-win seasons. It has been the best stretch of Campbell baseball in the 61-year history of Campbell baseball. Needing a sweep to keep the postseason hopes alive. Trying to get game 1 here tonight. The 3-1 swung on and missed, and now Campbell 1 strike away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A gutsy effort for Campbell tonight. He pitches late, he hits late, now looking for the final strike. Packy set, looks in. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Got him! Called strike 3. Game 1 and a must-win goes to the Camels. 9-5 the final score. Campbell wins. Now time for our Papa John's Pizza Player of the Game. Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients, better pizza, the official pizza of Campbell Athletics. And it's Campbell's starter tonight. He truly set the tone. Cole Peschel, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, just 1 given up after the first inning. He struck out 4, did not walk a batter. Cole Peschel gets the win tonight. It's Peschel's 4th of the season, and when Campbell needed it most, they got key contributions from both sides of the ball and will set up another must-win situation tomorrow. We'll come to you from Jim Perry Stadium. Tomorrow, a fireworks Friday at 6 o'clock. Campbell and William and Mary in Game 2. For my wonderful video crew led by Will Lassiter and Lyndall Suggs, I'm Chris Sameyer saying so long, good night, and thanks for watching. Campbell wins 9-5.